Hey guys, this is Gray Jabesi from UABA. I'm the Director of Communications at the United Africa Blockchain Association. This is Bitcoin Nights. We just had a really great meetup here in Johannesburg. Probably the next one will be in your city. We talked about the fourth industrial revolution. So we brought people from the crypto space as well as from other industries as well. So if you want to look us up, you can go on uaba.io, and you can also find us on social media as United Africa Blockchain Association. Cheers, guys.
This guy here is Ali. He's the founder and CEO of Virtual Athlete, one of the coolest companies, hottest startups in South Africa right now. He's the CEO. So the other day we were talking in his home about the fourth industrial revolution because I think this company is a good representation of it. I was also trying to get him into Bitcoin, by the way. And I think he's a good speaker to actually give you guys an overview of what maybe a business or a company in the fourth industrial revolution would look like. So Ali, you can take it off.
Thank you. I'm just going to get the mic to go up a little bit. It's an honor to be here. I don't know that much about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, I'll be quite honest. What I do know a little bit about is what we call the grind. Working, trying to make money, trying to survive, not having a trust fund, not having a backup plan. You know, getting up off the couch and trying to actually put food on the table. That I know a hell of a lot about. A shitload, actually. So what happened was, I'll give you a snapshot as to where our business is today, and then I'll try to elaborate how we got to this point. So at the moment, as things stand now, in 2019, almost the end, we have built our business in 18 months into a 36 to 40 million rand a year revenue business. We have over 45 full-time consulting actuaries, and we have opened an office in the US. We have an actuary that's building the business in Brazil. In Australia, we have actuaries in Bulgaria and the UK and all over the world. We're a global business. We're an actuary consultancy, and we've been able to be seen by the industry locally and soon overseas as equals to the big four consultancies that have a 20-year runway on us in 18 months. Can I get a clap, some applause? So it wasn't because I'm so good, it's because the people and the actuaries that we brought into the business are good. So our business operates as what we call a collective, an organized collaborative, a collective of professionals. Now, someone said recently, oh, that's like a mutual. Mutual was before my time. I'm only 41 years old. I'm still young, okay? So, our business is a representation of the fourth industrial revolution, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because we still self-funded. We haven't got 1 cent from an investor. We do not have office space. We don't have what is known as a burn rate. We don't glorify how much money you've raised, but rather how many clients have you got that are buying every single month. But in a different mindset. We are what is known as a lean business. We're a lean business. So what that means is that we needed some lawyer's documents drawn up. So we got some quotes, and then a normal business would have said, okay, go ahead, do it. It needs to be done. We need secretaries, we need office staff, go ahead, get it done. Our response was, can't we find a template somewhere? Tweak the template? That is the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution, in my opinion, is information at your fingertips that was never available before. So go online and find what you're looking for. Put it together. Be crafty. Build with what is available. That's the fourth industrial revolution. So how did we get to this point? So I'll try not to bore you. I'll give you a quick synopsis of our business. So I'm a salesman. I've worked in sales my whole life. Unfortunately, I didn't get my degree. It was probably one of the biggest, most devastating things that ever happened to me. I did not get my degree. I did not get a job at R&D, Deutsche Bank, Investec, Discovery, like all the other big masses. Unfortunately, I became a DJ. And I failed university. But I decided to follow my dreams and go to London and be a full-time DJ. Subsequently, I got involved in internet radio in the year 2000, broadcasting from clubs in London. This was when it was called MRIC, but it was called Merck, but it was called MRIC. And you would chat online with people across the world for the first time ever. So we were broadcasting online, and this is kind of where we're at the moment. Our business is moving towards actuaries and data scientists consulting from home to a global audience in virtual and augmented reality. It's actually quite simple. We're a lean business. We don't have to fly to China to service Ping An. Makes a lot of sense to me. So in my opinion, I don't know about their fourth industrial revolution, but we're currently in it. We probably, in my opinion, have been in it for about 7 years, since about 2012. Since Facebook bought, like, I think WhatsApp and Instagram and stuff like that was just, business and app. 1-2 years in, billions. Fourth industrial revolution. Okay, so how did we get to this point? Well, let me give you a quick synopsis of our business, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what an organized collaborative is, and then we'll break up what makes the fourth industrial revolution. So, we have, and thanks for listening. I hope I'm not boring. And thank you. And I'm all the way from Cape Town to be here. And it's nice to share the message. So, our business has 6 different departments. We have a banking team, we have a life insurance team, a general insurance team, a healthcare team, pensions, and an investments team. Subsequently, we also have the data science team. These are consulting actuaries that work in those sectors. What the actuaries do is everything from product development and making the products that people buy in those sectors, from credit card products to home loan products to home and car insurance products to life and credit insurance products, or whether they are pensions actuaries that do the reviews of the pension funds, or whether they are investment actuaries that work with the pension funds and help with the investment of the pension fund. That's what actuaries do. We are consulting actuaries. I'm not an actuary. Strange that, eh? So, I look like I'm going for that Adrian Gore look. Well, obviously I'm not good. So, what happened was, over the years, unfortunately, I worked as a salesman. I worked in different industries, and about 10 years ago, I got a job as a recruiter of actuaries. I worked with that company for about a year, and because I thought I knew what I was doing, I decided to break away and open my own recruitment business 8 years down the line, and in my opinion, operated the best actuary recruitment business in South Africa. However, my business and recruitment was disrupted. Now that's a word that you will hear and have been hearing for about the last year, disruption. What is disruption? Well, everyone knows the common. We go to a keynote, the ladies going to talk about Uber, Airbnb. That's boring, Let's talk about how LinkedIn destroyed recruitment for recruiters. We're talking about a whole industry here which was disrupted. Why do you need to go find staff from a recruiter when your teams, your HR teams can go to LinkedIn? This is a major problem. Disruption. So what do you do about it? Sit on the couch and cry, or go do something about it? You do both. So, after about 2 or 3 years of trying to work out what to do post-recruitment because of LinkedIn, 4 different ideas, I decided to open up an actuary consulting business. I went through a lot of ideas. I dissected those ideas. Credit card for actuaries, a tailoring service for actuaries, car branding for actuaries, a monthly gift pack. I dissected all those ideas. So I really gave it a lot of thought. And God bless my wife. She sat through all those conversations. But the last idea, virtual actuary, we decided to build. So why did we decide to go with virtual actuary? Okay. So this is our business model, this is how it works. We don't have the office space, so we can charge for the same actuary as the other big consultancies, less than half the fee. Very useful. So whatever industry you're in, you think you can't compete with Mercedes-Benz because you want to make a car? Well, I can tell you now that they're burning money. Burning. You can go online and find a blueprint for a car. Go buy an engine. Go design your own car. It doesn't cost you 1 cent. Go compete with Mercedes-Benz. What's the problem? So we can compete with all the other consultancies. The second thing that changed is that we opened what is known as an organized collaborative. And this, in my opinion, is going to be a huge problem for the corporate world. What is an organized collaborative? Okay, so I hope this is interesting. And in my opinion, we're a successful organized collaborative. In fact, there's actually a Stanford University study at the moment that talks about what they call flash teams. Very similar concept. So, an organized collaborative, a normal business has department heads. Publishing is a good example. You've got some journalists, maybe one doubles as an editor. You have somebody that sells the advertising, you have somebody that knows the online marketing stuff. It's an example I use, but basically these are the department heads that work in a big publishing company. Eventually the company's going to make money and everybody gets a salary. That's how it works. If the sales team isn't doing their job, then pretty much no one's going to have a job and the business is going to fail anyway. But imagine if those department heads decided to break away. Now they have one option at the moment. They can, or 2 options. They can be a freelancer, what we call the gig economy, and that's a whole other conversation which fits into the 4th Industrial Revolution, the Uber of designers, etc. Fiverr, Upwork, TopTel, etc. That's the 4th Industrial Revolution. If they break away and they work as an independent, they can join one of those gig economy type businesses. Very nice. Or they can open a small boutique publishing business. The problem is the mindset is we're not a lean business. So what's going to happen is the default, which needs to be shattered, is we need office space. We need fancy desks, signage. We need parking space. We need a budget. We need to burn some money. We need fancy stuff so that when the clients who are never going to come and visit you anyway come and visit you, they need to see that we can compete with the big firms. You put together your budget. How do you go to market? You don't have any money. Oh, we need an investor. Another default mistake. Why do you need an investor? Because we can't operate, we can't do anything unless we have these things covered. So, our business works that we don't have all the expenses, so that gets eliminated completely. So the second thing is, if those people want to open a small corporate business, besides being able to cover the expenses, they are going to want to hire some staff. So I'm going to fast track because I don't want to waffle on too long, but what will happen is they will hire the staff, they're going to pay them salaries, they're going to commit to the salaries, and ultimately you become a small corporate. When the clients pay, you pay the staff, the bonuses go to the management and the owners. That's how it works. Our business is different. I said to independent actuaries. Let's band together. Let's form an organized collaborative. We'll use the virtual actuary business as a shell. We will contract with the clients. We don't have expenses, so we can charge out less than half the rate. When the client pays at the end of the month, you can take most of the money. So instead of the corporate taking most of the money, those that work in the collaborative take most of the money. So we turn the earnings table upside down. So we take 10 to 18%, and those in the collaborative that are working on the projects, the different actuaries, they take most of the money. It's a four-way swing. We don't have the expenses, we can charge less than half the rate, and at less than half the rate, we pay our actuaries double to what they earn anywhere else. Now, in my opinion, if I was at a big corporate, a big consultancy, I'd be like, damn this guy, we can't compete with that. What am I going to say to my client? My client, well, Gina, they charge you half the rate. The bank guy's double the happier. Tina's going to say, well, they're not a big brand. Well, Tina, I don't care if they're a big brand. Henrietta over here spent 15 years at one of the big companies. In fact, she worked at your company for 8 years. What do you mean they're not a big brand? It's the same person doing the same work at less than half the rate. Tina's going to go, that is disruption. Okay. So that's our business. We've been able to build it into quite a significant business in 18 months. This company, the big reinsurance company, the pension fund, wants to see their consulting actually. So they all get in their car and they drive there, or they fly business class and they burn more money. And they go and they sit in front of the client in the boardroom and they have their meeting. 1 hour later, everybody's happy. They go back, they put together an engagement letter, they present the engagement letter to the client at 3,000 Rand an hour. I knock on the client's door before they sign the deal and say, dear Mr. Client, I don't feel like flying to Pietermaritzburg, but have you heard of Zoom? Never heard of Zoom? Change your life. Open your computer, click on this link. I've got 5 of my actuaries ready right now to talk to you. Very nice. She didn't even have to do the nails. We have the meeting. 1 hour later, we've discussed exactly what they discussed in the other meeting with the other consultancy. We're also putting together an engagement letter. We didn't spend the money. We're a lean business. It's our default. We'll come in for the same job for 6 months at 1,500 Rand an hour. Same actuaries at less than half the rate. Who do you think the client is going to go with? They're going to go with us. So technology like an app, like Zoom, which are off the shelf. Before 2012, 2000, you would have had to have developed all these apps yourself. You want these tools, you would have had to make it yourself. That's why the big businesses did so well. They were the only ones that could afford to do it. Zoom is free. Okay, so now we want to interact office environment with the actuaries that work in the business. So what collaborative chatting app can we use? So we chose Slack. I don't know if you know Slack. If you haven't, change your mind. We have all the different rooms on the side, different client rooms. We talk to the actuaries together. We have meetings. It means that an 8 o'clock in the morning meeting with the actuaries doesn't have to happen in the office after everyone's sat in traffic for an hour and a half. Well, that's very nice. Have we lost and diminished the quality of our engagements with our actuaries? No. We're just working smarter because we're using off-the-shelf technology. So if I can impart anything on you, it is that this software is available for everyone to use. Excuse me, once you explain to the client how to do it. Now, I'm not saying that we only use technology and we never ever go to see the client. What happens is, some clients want to see us face to face. No problem. We'll come and see you face to face. We'll have the actuaries working inside your office, exactly the same as the other consultancy. We cannot go from 0 to hero immediately. It takes time. Let's not forget that actually using Zoom and Slack and working, we use Amazon Web Services. See the socks? AWS? You just thought I'd do a roadshow with them. They give you free socks if you can speak in front of 3,000 people. So our vision is actually consulting in virtual and augmented reality. So us working more so digitally, it's not like, we made it. We've got a long way to go for where we want to go. But my point is that we use technology to more so consult digitally with our clients. This is the fourth industrial revolution, working smarter. You get virtual PAs and secretaries, very useful, etc., etc., etc. So the fourth industrial revolution, the second part, besides for the business model itself, is what tools and software and cell phone are you using to be able to interact with your industry. I take pictures, video, etc., etc. I don't have my own production company at Creek Hill. We did a great production the other day. But here's a standalone guy who's a CEO of a business, and I only became a CEO because someone had to step up to the plate. Although we have two CEOs now actually. We can do it all ourselves. Back in the day you would have had to have your own production company. It's not rocket science. Just being smart about using technology, hardware, software to operate. Anyone can do it. It's very, very simple actually when you break it down. So the second part of the fourth industrial revolution that we're in at the moment, in my opinion, is using hardware, software to be able to be better than your competition, who are probably using legacy products, old ways of thinking. And thank God, luckily for me, the partners are in their 50s. They actually believe that the client wants to see you face to face. Can you believe it? I'm proud of them. Actually believe it. You know, that's how we do things around here. You know, the client wants to see you face to face. They don't mind paying 3,000 rand an hour. Well, actually they do. That's why they're using us. So the second thing is the hardware or software. And the third thing, I'll do one more example about what disruption is, and then we'll take some questions hopefully. The third thing, I've lost my train of thought, but the third thing in the fourth industrial revolution is how you treat those that you work with. Go look at the Google campus. It's not a normal corporate business, factory workers, people, you're an employee, you don't get to see the CEO, it's completely different. So our thing is that those that work in our business it's not an employer-employee setup. They're not staff. It's a collaborative. We are equals. You're going to do brilliantly. Our business is there to lift you up. If you succeed, if we have a business of designers, if I can get 20 designers to earn 3 million rand a year and do brilliantly, they'll never want to work anywhere else. And we can get 10 to 18% of that. We've got a hell of a business on our hands. So our business is there to treat those that work in our business better than they've ever been treated before. Our business, virtual acting, is a lifestyle for actuaries who do some meetings, go, watch some soccer matches or netball matches with their kids, come back, work, have some dinner, etc., etc. I do a sprint run, 7 till 10, 11 o'clock at night. I don't have to go back to the office, I'm not away from my family, etc., etc. That's the fourth industrial revolution. So the last thing is how you treat those that you work with. If you're going to treat them like staff, they're going to leave like staff. It's not a smart move. That's not the fourth industrial revolution. That's the second industrial revolution. So those are the three things, in my opinion, that's my talk on the fourth industrial revolution. And I'll just say one more thing about disruption. If you want another example of disruption, it's a pity I had a really nice video of disruption. So if you want to know of another industry that was disrupted, so I live in Cape Town. So, the obvious ones, your Airbnbs and your Ubers, etc., etc. So another one is this. Do you know what windsurfing is? You've heard of windsurfing. Doesn't it look amazing? You've got that big board, the pole, sail. It's like, no, it's a different one, sorry. And they're on the waves, and they're splashing, and they're going about 2 meters off the wave. It's radical. From the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, it's the best fun that you can have with wind and waves, isn't it? It's there forever, isn't it? So what disrupted windsurfing? Kite surfing. They didn't make a bigger board and a bigger pole and a bigger sail. The ladies couldn't even carry the board to the water. You couldn't even go with friends on a holiday. You couldn't fit more than one board on the roof. Kite surfing. Small and nimble board. Lines and a kite. You can fold it up. You can take two with you. Go on holiday. The boards all stacked together. The ladies could carry it to the water. Kite surfing disrupted windsurfing. It's way more radical. You can go 6, 7, 8 stories in the air. Do a kite, you can kill yourself. It's amazing. It's way riskier. But the rewards are significantly better. So kite surfing disrupted windsurfing the same way insurtech is going to disrupt insurance, and the same way fintech is going to disrupt fintech, is going to disrupt banking, in the same way crypto is going to disrupt money. It's the same thing, it's disruption. So they changed the way that they interact with their environment. They didn't make it bigger, better. Bigger is not always better. So that's another example of disruption in the real world. I'm a kite surfer, that's my thing. You know, when we jump over the windsurfers, they look like idiots down there. But I can tell you right now that the banks and the money companies can look like idiots. When you guys are proven to be right, and ladies are proven to be right. So that's kind of the story. That's where we're at the moment. Our main focus is actually the US and the Asia markets at the moment. A much bigger market. And we're a digital global business. You know, we also have factories on the ground. So that's our story. That's who I am. And I would love some questions. You know, I would eat it up. So if there's anybody that wants to ask me anything, as difficult as it is, we totally self-funded at the moment as well. We don't have one investor yet. I'm waiting for a panic buyer. You know, I don't want the normal investor. I want something to panic. You know, and offer us something bigger, and then we won't accept it. So, are there any questions?
Why? So, the clients that are choosing not to go with you and are still going with the big corporates, why are they making that decision?
Great question. It's because the executive committee, the executive board, to get to that point, they spent 15 years building up to getting to that point. They have a pension coming up soon. So if they decide to go with a riskier business and it doesn't work, then they risk walking away from their last position with a massive bonus. So it's more worth their while to just keep the truck and the whole bus running, walk away with the ship still in the water, then risk a risky move, and it doesn't work, and they either get fired or disciplined, or they don't get their pension and their bonus. That's why.
So generally, how many staff did you have to get your first deal, and how did you push it? Because actuaries actually earn a lot of money, so how did you go about the first transaction?
So in March, April 2017, the idea for Virtual Actuary came about, and I immediately started working on iActuary, which is my own business. April, May 2017, April, May, June, July, August, September, 5 months of headhunting as a recruiter, and I managed to get together 20 actuaries ready to go on the journey with me. Excuse me. The discussion was, you're already an independent actuary. If I can bring you work, I will only take a small portion, you'll take most of the money. Would you do that work? I will do that work. We believe you. Go out there and make your crazy idea work. Right? So I had 20 people that thought I was crazy, but they were keen. In September 2017, I built the website myself. I went to the WordPress one, there's a template place that you can go to. I can't remember, something forest or something, theme forest, and you can buy a template for $50. I don't have to spend 15 grand on a website. Bought a template for $50. I then went online and I went to all the different businesses that offer actuary consulting services, and I went to their homepage and I picked out the 5 best sentences I could find. Reworded them so there was no plagiarism, and that became our 5 sentences. And they were damn good, best I could find. Then I went to the About Us page and I did the same thing. Built the website. The website is now online. So I had 20 actuaries. We then also got quite a kick-ass logo. We had email addresses, a logo, a website. The website content becomes your company profile. Ladies and gentlemen, October 2017, within 1 month, we were I had the 20 actuaries, we were ready to go to market. But then, it's not going to build itself. I made 388 phone calls to senior director actuaries, October, November, December, that I've gotten to know for 10 years. On their cell phone. Tina, it's very popular today, Tina, this will take 4 minutes. Sure, Adi, go ahead. Tina, you run Score Reinsurance, you run Munich Reinsurance. We're an actuary consulting business. We have 7 different departments. We'll charge you less than half the price. We're a lean business. We don't have the expenses. Our actuaries get more than double. We're also a level 2 BE company. And here's my company profile. Thank you very much. That was 2 minutes. 388 phone calls, and by January 2018, they started phoning back. February 2018, we started picking up clients. So you try and count up to 30, not easy. But let's not forget, I just spent 10 years making 4,500 phone calls to build the network of actuaries. So 388 wasn't that much. So that's how it happened.
Another question. So when I asked you, or when you told me about the challenge of having to pay other actuaries outside the country, which we all understand here, and I suggested Bitcoin, you looked into it, and what was the challenge you find you cannot pay them?
So our sage accounting is airtight. Our business is, we will get audited one day. And if our accounting is not tight, I'm going to be in Asia building the business. I can't be sitting with SARS trying to go through our books and trying to come up with ways to sidestep stuff. Quite tight. So the main issue is, if we have actuaries working in different countries, that let's say are not South African, or even it makes it way more complicated if they are South African. Right now we have to go through the bank, get them to fill out the exchange control documents and get them to, match up with the invoice and send the money. It takes time, it's complicated, it's a headache. I think there's going to be restrictions. I heard that there were some restrictions on people that are buying Amazon Web Services and this whole stuff. Are there going to be restrictions? So we're trying to think, well, how can we send the money without the restrictions? Is it legal? Is it not legal? Can we do it? Can't we do it? It's a tricky question. We have to work with exchange control. It has to be above board. It has to be above line, because we're going to get people who are going to ask us questions. You build 20 million rand. You sent 15 million rand to actuaries all over the world. What happened to that money? You bought an investment product, the Forex. You have, and how does it match up with the invoice? The Forex has disappeared, the invoice has appeared. Why? How does the accounting work? It's super complicated. I don't have the answer yet, but I was advised by one of the best bankers in South Africa not to do it. So now we're talking, now we're discussing it. I had a wonderful conversation with the CFO. we want to do it. These teething issues are unfortunately part of my life. It's so much easier to go into a business where they show you, well, this is how we do it. This document goes into that folder over there. When so-and-so is finished with lunch, you can take them this. Awesome. Love that. Went through that for many, many years. We don't have that. So we have to learn how to build this business ourselves. And so that's tricky. I'll just say one more thing to the gentleman who is involved with the government of how one can help startups. Maybe this will hit home, and I hope it will. The best way to help startups is to give them tax breaks for the first 5 years. Don't worry about giving billions to venture capital companies that are going to just milk it on their management fees. You're then going to buy equal shares. You're going to take the founders and squeeze them like this, because they put in 2 million rand, and then they're just going to try and exit. It doesn't help startups, it helps venture capital businesses. So, what we are after is the actuary's mind. Where we're at the moment is an actuary. I can talk about other industries, very smart people, but an actuary of head boy, head girl, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14 distinctions, could have done anything. Could have been a game ranger, could have been a doctor, could have been a lawyer, could have done anything. Worked in comfort. What happened? They ended up driving in traffic to a big office where they're sitting in an open plan office. They cannot even bring their children to the office. Where did we go wrong, folks? It's shocking. So we're after the actuary's mind. We want to eliminate the noise, the corporate world that they've had to fit into. So the vision is, you're an actuary, data scientist, etc. We'll move more into the software side of things. In time, we already have, and we've quite a lot of that on there. With some JVs overseas. Actuary wakes up, spends some time with their family, takes the kids to school, mommy or daddy, comes home, works until lunchtime from home in the comfort of their home, consulting to global markets with a global team. Lunchtime, they will do what they need to do some yoga, live a healthy lifestyle. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, have another 2, 3, 4 hours, do the dinner with the family, and then maybe another 2, 3 hours at night. Or take the family to Bali, go hang out in a hotel for a full month during the July holidays. December holidays, mommy or daddy are working by the pool. Close your laptop on a Friday, open your laptop on a Monday. It's business as usual. You're sitting in a boardroom meeting. Geography is out of the equation. The corporate structure is out of the equation. That's the actuary mind that we want. The work itself, that's all we're after. How the actuary mind gets to work on the models, gets to work on the problems, gets to interact with the clients. It will be a fusion between virtual reality and the way that they interact with, let's say, Office, Microsoft Office. They're not going to be staring at screens. Their whole experience will be more immersive. VR. How we interact with the client will be more AR, augmented reality. It's not far-fetched. All we're talking about is a 4D, 5D PowerPoint presentation that is somehow broadcasted into the boardroom. It's not difficult. You take some glass, put it on the 4 corners, project it, that looks nice. So the key word is that our business will interact with our clients and the work that they actually do in a more immersive way. How that plays itself out. Like my goal in the next 2 to 3 years with the GoPro and so on is to chair a boardroom meeting while I'm kitesurfing. What's the problem? Just don't kill yourself. You might not have a quorum. So that's kind of with the vision of what I said. And that will change as well. You know, we'll have to adapt into more software, less bounce on seats, try and strike a balance between not having too many people mouths to feed. It's a tricky balance. AI will come into it. And then we're building the Upwork, the Fiverr, the top for actuaries. So I don't have to do a lot of the matchmaking. It'll be more, the whole system will be more AI focused where we're at the moment is client buys from brand. Those teams aren't the same teams from 5 years ago. Where it's going is client buys from professional and their team. You build up your own personal brand. People buy from you, not from a business name. You will be the brand. The clients will buy from you. If you're the best designer, the best editor in the country, people don't want to go to the production company, they want you to do the production. So if you can nurture, our whole business works on what is known as a nurturing system. So one of the reasons why our model is a lot different to how things are at the moment is we have a nurturing system. So independent actuaries right now, I don't think it's too complicated for poor people, but basically what happens is independent actuaries or professionals right now cannot scale themselves. It's just one of them. So they can only do one job at a time, maybe two. So the only way to do that is to open a small boutique business. Our business changes that because as a recruiter, I will bring a mini me that works underneath you. They can do what you do, they're just more junior. So you will apportion some of your work to them. And some of the 80 or 90% that the client is paying to them. That frees you up to take on a second client, and then bring another mini me that works underneath you. You'll apportion some money to them. So one senior actuary, like a partner, a normal consultancy, there everyone's on a salary with us. A senior actuary can earn 50, 40, 60, 20, 30, 40, 80 from 10 clients that earn 5 times their normal salary because they're scaling themselves. Do that for 5 years. Do this in a normal consultancy now for 5 years. You will get burnt out. Your targets will be sky high. Your bonus will be not actually that high. You'll get burnt out. With us, if you do that for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you actually will have an annuity income of people that work underneath you and a portfolio of clients. That's the vision.